And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called What the Food. Now, as a disclaimer, I did do a paid preview of this game when it was out on Kickstarter. Doesn't affect my review, but you might want to know that. Now, let's take a look at this game, What the Food. Basically, this game simulates a food fight in a cafeteria. For some reason, all the students have decided to throw food at each other. I've never actually been involved with one of these. It seems kind of like a waste. I really do like to eat food. But, hey, let's see how the game plays. At the beginning of the game, each player is going to get 3 action cards. You're going to get grab, you're going to get duck, and you're going to get throw. Everyone gets these 3 action cards. Players are also going to get a character. So let's say if you're Susie Floozy, you also get an extra special action card called Flirt. Or if you're the mascot, you get a special action card called Cheer. Or if you're Wayne Payne, you get Shove. And Brainy Janie, you get Outsmart. So you'll start with 4 action cards. You also start with a couple extra cards from the deck. So maybe I start with this Soggy, and I have Eggs Benedict. So we have this. And then players are going to have some cards in the middle of the table that this is basically the floor here, where you'll be able to pick cards off the floor. Players are also going to get a target card. Now you'll notice over here, there's a pile of red chips. These are humiliation chips. You do not want those. You don't mind having this little hamburger though, because this shows who goes first each turn. Now what players are going to do on their turn is they're going to pick 3 action cards from their hand, and they're going to place them face down in front of them. Then starting with the starting player, each person's going to turn over their top card and do whatever it says. Before they play those, each player is going to take their target card and point it at one other player on the table. Now, what do the basic action cards do? Well, grab lets you take 1 card from the floor, or you can take it from the top of the draw pile or the discard pile. You can take 2 foods, though. So I could take chicken pot pie and pecan pie. When that happens, we add more cards out here. And if an event card shows up, let's say, for example, the lunch lady shows up. She's the nice old lunch lady. In clockwise order, players each get 1 food or topping from the trash. The school nurse, the most humiliated player, loses 2 of their humiliation chips. A brown bag, everyone swaps 1 card to the right, etc. Now the other basic action cards is throw and duck. If you throw something at somebody and they do not duck on that turn, you're going to hit them. Now you can throw some food at them. So you could throw an open-faced turkey sandwich, open-faced tuna sandwich at them, or perhaps a giant turkey leg, or chunks of watermelon, or a beefy wiener, or tofu, or push pork sliders, or a slice of spinach quiche. Who brings that to school? A cherry slushie, apparently this is Glee, a spaghetti and meatballs, or not so cheesy mac and cheese. There's lots of different foods in the game, and if you throw food at someone, you get a point. You can also add a topping to the food. Maybe it's topped with tater tots, or it's on a pizza, or globbed in peanut butter, or drenched in chocolate syrup, or slathered in coleslaw. And if you do that, it's worth 2 points. You can also throw a topping by itself for 1 point. And then you can add a condition to this also, where I can say it's moldy. So I could say I have a moldy push pork sliders that are drenched in chocolate syrup. And that would be a total of 4 points. So there's different things that you can throw during the game, and if you hit the person with them, they're going to take that many humiliation chips. Now as the game progresses, you'll be able to pick up other action cards that you'll be able to use. For example, here's Belch. You just pick another player and they take a humiliation point, or you can discard one of your conditions and all other players take one. So you can get rid of maybe Pickled from your hands and everyone else gets a humiliation point. And you also have your things, for example, Smug Doug starts with pitch. He can attack with food from the floor, and he can hit someone who's even ducking. Or Spinny Ginny, who's a cheerleader, this deflects all foods attacks. So if you hit her when you throw food, she's going to throw it back at you. Or if you have Obese Denise, you can discard 2 food and get rid of humiliation points. You don't care. And there's all sorts of special abilities in the game. There's Taunt, and there's Tackle, and there is Cheat, And there is catch, where you catch the food that someone throws at you, or hiding from the food, or rally, where you get to draw extra cards. This is going to continue until someone gets 10 humiliation points. When that happens, the game is over, and whoever has the least humiliation points is the winner of the game, or as much as you can win, say the rules, in a food fight. Just so you know, I'm not going to be reviewing it, but there is a little expansion you can get that's What the Food Special Edition. It just comes with some more different cards to throw in here. Now, What the Food is basically a take-that style game where you're trying to do things to other players. And normally I kind of give those games a lower rating because, well, you play good cards on yourself, bad cards on other people. But this one actually stands out. One thing, the theme is fun, okay? Let's admit, putting together different combinations of food to throw at people is a funny, cool idea, and the artwork certainly helps. I'm a big fan of this artwork. It's cartoony and silly and fun and matches the theme perfectly, and they did a good job picking some pretty gross combinations of food that you can throw at other people. But two, the game has some pretty cool kind of will he or won't he outguessing your opponent, because you're playing 3 cards down actions. It's like almost like a programmable take that style game. And so at the beginning of the game you have 4 actions, and I'm not sure these actions are completely balanced for the starting character. Some starting characters' abilities seem better than others, but as the game progresses you can grab more actions. You have to decide, do I want to grab food to throw at other people, or do I want to grab these cool action cards that are out there? And so as time goes by you'll get 5, 6, 7 different action cards that you can play, and picking those and trying to guess, okay, they're going to throw on a first turn, so I'm going to duck on the first turn. Maybe they're going to throw on the second turn, so I'll take that catch food. And so there's some of that. Now, this isn't great depths of thought, but to me, it's a step beyond this. This is the kind of this is what take that game should aspire to be, because this is light and fun like those games are, but still offers you choices and things that you can do. I recommend this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's very attractively packaged and comes out, and people are going to enjoy it and look at it and have a lot of fun. But when the day comes and they're done, they've also played a game that lets them make some neat decisions. So I know that this game isn't going to be in everybody's wheelhouse, but I think that this game certainly has a wide audience. And since there are so many of this style of game, I think that in this genre, this one stands above the rest in many different aspects. And it plays so quickly and so easily, so that even if you don't do well and if everyone gangs up on you despite your cool playing of cards, you can just start another game. So lots of fun. Get it? What the Food?
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
There.